It's an interesting question, isn't it? Because having to try and relate to young people is sometimes very difficult for older people. But it's important for us to say to them, we love you guys, we know who you are, we respect you because you're following in our footsteps, and we need you to turn out to be deadly, muddich, older people, whether that's a teenager, if you're not quite a teenager yet. Yep, you've got to go through your growing years as a teenager, and the best people to depend on are family. And if your family's a bit broken, and as you get older, you're allowed to ask mum and dad how to fix things up and help mum and dad to fix things up as well. But the interest of the question goes into what can we do about it? And what would we like to say to young people? Yes, we'd like to say we love them. We want to do more for you. We want to try and make sure that you have a warm sleep. We want to try and make sure that you don't follow in the footsteps of some of the older people that you see drinking too much alcohol, doing drugs. We want to say to you, no, not at this time in your life. We want to see you going to school. We want to see you enjoying your lives, right? So if you do happen to get caught up in some sort of funny way of living, or yourself, some of your peers, some of them young fellows who are your friends, who might be wanting to go out late at night, you think about those sort of things. What would my mum and dad want me to do? And yes, we all have to depend on mum and dad in a sense to help us, but we've all got big families, a lot of us Noongars, and we can depend on good aunties, good uncles to also give us good advice. But look after yourself, young fellas, and make sure you don't get really caught up in being too anxious, too upset because of life. Life is yours to live, and it can be long and it can be wonderful if you just make sure that you look after yourself.